Welcome to Blue Talks.
What is spirituality? This talk is not about religion or conformity. This talk is about deep transformational self-development. Now let me backtrack here a little bit. When I was a young child, I used to talk to God and angels. I just had a feeling that they were around me. I had all the energies around me that I couldn't see, but I knew they were there. And eventually it came to the point where one day I had a spirit show herself to me. And I don't know what she wanted. I didn't know how to connect with her. But I got so scared that I couldn't tell anyone because I knew that they would just think I was crazy. So I shoved that gift in the closet. And I didn't open that door until I met my now deceased husband. He was my catalyst to remembering who I was. Our vacations consisted of emotional healing retreats instead of laying on the beach with a margarita in our hands. We were truly committed to healing and bettering ourselves. And on our journey together, I discovered what my true superpower was. One day I was in the shower and I received this huge download. And when I ran out of the shower to put it all together as I saw it and heard it, I realized I was given this gift. I realized that the gift I was given was a modality that was going to help accelerate the evolution of human consciousness. I do that by using the divine blueprint, which is your Merkaba. And the divine blueprint is basically a blueprint of what your soul mission and purpose is. It's a set of codes unique to your personal frequency that you bring onto this earth. So I see it as a roadmap. It's a roadmap of what your limiting belief patterns are, what your challenges and life lessons are, and what they are that you are meant to overcome, clear, and master in this lifetime in order for you to step into your divine mission. So I want to take you guys on a journey now. I'm going to take you into the Divine Activation Chamber. And as you see on the screen, there are 4 spheres, and that little person in the middle is going to be you. During this journey, you're going to have your eyes closed and your hands on your lower abdomen, right below your belly button. This is going to help you get closer and more connected to your body consciousness so that you can truly be connected to what we're about to do. I want to make sure that you can follow through with my breathing instructions. And throughout this whole exercise, I ask that you keep your eyes closed until I ask you to open them up again. Please make sure to set the intention that you are in the Divine Activation Chamber. And if at any point while I walk you through this, you have a hard time to put it together, just remember the image in your head that you see on the screen right now, and you being the middle of the Merkaba, and setting that intention that you are in the Divine Activation Chamber. So I want you to close your eyes, please. Put your hands on your lower abdomen. And take a deep breath in through your nose, expanding your belly out, and please hold your breath for 7 seconds. Expanding your breath out through your mouth. Take another deep breath in through your nose, expanding your belly out, holding it for 7 seconds. And exhaling out through your mouth, contracting your belly back in. And we're going to do that one more time. Take a deep breath in through your nose, expanding your belly out, and holding it for 7 seconds. And then exhaling through your mouth, contracting your belly back in. I want you to visualize a sphere of light, and it can be as small as the space between your fully extended arms or as large as you desire. This sphere of light represents Source, and it's actually a hologram that represents the microcosm within the larger macrocosm. Visualize 4 spheres nested one inside the other within this hologram. They represent your I Am Presence, Universal Consciousness, Oversoul, and Soul, respectively. Visualize yourself in the center of the innermost sphere with the 2 main gateways, the Soul Star and the Earth Star. Now visualize a pyramid of light with its base at your ankles and the apex connecting to the innermost sphere at the Soul Star. Visualize an inverted pyramid of light with its base at your shoulders and the apex connecting to the innermost sphere at the Earth Star. And repeat after me. You can do this in your head. From across all the multiverses, I call upon all aspects of myself, my guardian families, God Force, my avatar, God Self, and my evolution and ascension support team to join me now in this attunement space. So keeping your eyes closed and hands still on your lower abdomen. When I say these emotions, just take a mental note of where you feel it in your body. Any sensation is an indication that this is an emotion that is residing in your body, even if you see an image. When I say betrayal, where do you feel that in your body? When I say rejection, where do you feel that in your body? Anxiety, where do you feel it in your body? Abandonment, where do you feel it in your body? Disgust, where do you feel that in your body? Bitterness, where do you feel it in your body? You can now open up your eyes and release your hands. Thank you very much for participating. Now on the screen, you'll see the answer key to the life lessons that you may be experiencing if you had any of the emotions that we just mentioned come up for you. Now, there are 7 life lessons, and I chose these 3 because I see this as the most prominent that my clients have been working with, and also a lot of what the generational patterns are that our ancestors were not able to heal. There are 3 to 6 different emotions attached to each life lesson. So if you didn't feel these emotions, you might feel the other ones attached to them, and we can delve deeper into that in a High Vibe Life Blueprint call. This was a very short type of exercise that we did, and I do it much longer in the High Vibe Life Blueprint call, where we get deeper into what life lessons and limiting belief patterns are actually in your blueprint and what you're meant to overcome. Do you ever feel like you do so much to keep your vibe up, but you're still stuck in a pattern? Well, what I love about the Quantum Enlightenment System is that it's completely changed the way I've viewed my life. I realized through the Quantum Enlightenment System, it actually taught me, because it was a huge download that I didn't understand what it was until I worked with my clients to test it out and understand, what is this that was just given to me? I realized that we all hold the patterns within our bodies. On my journey into healing, I've heard a lot of coaches and scientists talk about how it's all in our mind and how we have to have affirmations and positive thinking. And I tried it, it didn't work. And I knew that something was missing. I felt it, that there was more. So I never actually followed through with all of that because it didn't work when I did with the first 2 coaches. And so I realized that it actually heals the root of the issue stored in the tissues of your body. And through all the timelines that you've received this type of challenge, emotion, pattern. So if you try to affirm your way out of the challenge you just through your mind, you will remain stuck. Another thing that I love about the Quantum Enlightenment System is that it changed the way I perceived my life and my challenges. I love the way that it empowers you to co-create from your heart and not your ego. I realized through my soul blueprint and through this work that the abandonment that I've had to experience and the so many disempowering jobs and the bosses that I've had were all meant to get me to stand in my power so that I can be standing here today and share this gift with the world. It taught me, it actually helped me understand what was truly going on now as I had a huge life change the last 5 months. My husband took his own life. I became a single mother and a breadwinner overnight. And I had family around me that was angry with him, but I couldn't feel the anger. I was not angry with him, but I did feel betrayed. I felt betrayed because we made vows to be together, to create a family where we will raise our children differently than what we received when we were younger. I never wanted my son to experience not having 2 parents, the abandonment. And when I had to think about what lessons this was teaching me, betrayal, as you saw earlier, is attached to forgiveness. I realized that I had to forgive him. So I connected to the higher level perspective and understood that as a spiritual being, we chose certain experiences. We chose what lessons we want to learn. We chose to have certain challenges that will help us grow and evolve. And so knowing that information and knowing that he was just fulfilling what he was meant to fulfill on this earth plane, I realized I had to forgive him. Not only did I forgive him, but I had to forgive myself. Because another lesson that I learned was unconditional love. During our relationship together, we had lots of fights. And I realized that, on this journey, when we are projecting each other, we are mirrors of each other. And all those times when I told him that he was too closed off and that he wasn't open enough, that he didn't show me his love enough, I realized after retrospect of what just has happened and how our relationship was, that I was talking about myself. And it made me understand that I would much rather open my heart up, be vulnerable, no matter what. Because the feeling of the guilt and the regret hurts a lot more than not being able to show the person you love that you truly love them. I didn't want to be wrong. I didn't want to be taken advantage of. I was scared to be rejected. But this all taught me that rejection is just a projection, and I don't take it personal. We can't go back into time and change anything. But we can grow, and that's what this was meant to teach us. To grow, to learn unconditional love, to learn the lessons, and to evolve. I love that the Quantum Enlightenment System also makes healing easier. I feel like there's a big misconception that healing has to be hard, and that healing has to be this long, drawn-out process that people don't want to go through because they feel like they have to relive the traumas all over again in order for them to heal, because they say feeling is healing. And while I do agree that feeling is healing, the Quantum Enlightenment System taught me that the sensations that you're feeling throughout that exercise you just experienced is the healing, because you're feeling it in your body and you're releasing it through all timelines. With that, it also accelerates your healing. And I feel now that we are here where we are at this time, we are meant to accelerate that healing. We are meant to grow and make more space in our bodies to embody our higher light. When you do that, it raises your vibration, it expands your consciousness, and it accelerates your transformation to becoming the new paradigm leader. One of my clients who was depressed for 17 years and had 3 panic attacks a week went to none after we did this work together. I had another client who was actually an NLP practitioner, and we were so sure that she was going to do like 2 sessions. And when we came into it, she actually realized that she was holding on to a lot of the limiting belief patterns and the emotions that she thought she had cleared. After the 2nd week of our work together, she had clients flocking into her new program without her even putting it out there. Her business grew exponentially. So if you're done with the blocks, the limitations, and the patterns, creating suffering in your relationships, your well-being, finances, your purpose work, and inner joy, then I invite you to book your High Vibe Light Blueprint call so that you can become the next leader, the paradigm leader that we all really need right now. Thank you.